This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back to the show. We are so excited to have our next guest joining us because she's really been very, how do I say this, insightful to all of our listeners. Also, as a professional of the year, want to give another congratulations to that because all the work she's doing as a certified hypnotist, past life regression, hypnosis she does. She's a Reiki master and owner of Kayuka Energy Arts. She's joining us again here live today, even though she's based out of the Finger Lakes area, which is in New York State. She's helping so many people with Reiki, with self-hypnosis, her own series. We can talk also about her book and everything else. There's a lot to know about her, and we're excited she joins us again today. How are you, darling?
I'm very well, thank you.
Has the heat hit the Finger Lakes yet, too?
A little bit, but I'm looking forward to it, actually.
I know. Yeah, it's here in New York on Long Island. Everyone's like, it's a heat wave. It's
Yay.
exciting. Summer's here and different energy change. I feel like people's energy are just different in the summer, no matter where you live, right?
True.
Great. Well, we are excited that you're back. For those that may not know a little bit about you, I would love to give us a little overview before we dive into today's journey. And we're going to dive a little deeper into your past as well.
Yes, that's true. I'm a certified hypnosis therapist, and I also am certified in Reiki. I am a master. I also teach Reiki, and I also have a series of recordings that are self-hypnosis, Winter's self-hypnosis series.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. And by the way, you have how many years of expertise in this field? You got to just pump yourself up a little bit here to know.
I think that it's about, I'm not really a counter, but I'm going to guess that it's been about 18 years. I've
Beautiful.
always been a seeker, though, and trying to find out what's really going on.
And hence we are here and we're going to talk a little bit about you. We've talked a lot about your clients, people you've worked with over the years, but you also, all of us, right? We have bad habits. We have things that are wrong. We need help. And share a little bit about your own cigarette story in a sense.
Well, I always have been short and look younger than I am. And so when I was about 16, I wanted to look older, when I became old enough to drive a car. And so I took up smoking, which was not smart, but that was the choice I made at that time. And then I just kept smoking and I smoked more and more and more. And then I went into college and I was a voice major that was smoking 2 packs a day at that time. And I kept thinking to myself, how can I say I want to be a singer and smoke? And so I decided that I really needed to quit smoking. Either I could be a smoker or a singer, but I couldn't be both because I got real honest with myself. And so I decided to quit smoking and I just cold turkey didn't smoke anymore. And it was so hard. I did it and I'm really grateful that I did it. But I am very aware of how hard it is to quit smoking because I didn't have any help. I didn't go to any kind of hypnosis things or any kind of patches. They didn't even have them at that time. I just stopped smoking and with no support. And so when I say that, I say it and share it because I want you to know that I'm aware that it's really a big battle. And if you decide to conquer it, you can conquer it, but there is help today that I didn't have at that time.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Let's share a little bit about this. So just curious, what age did you start smoking? Let me just hear your backstory about it and how long were you a smoker for and what are the things you tried before hypnosis to help fix this?
I think I'm going to guess that I was about 16 when I started smoking, and I'm going to guess that I was in my early 20s by the time I quit smoking. And through the course of those years, which are not a lot of them, I got up to smoking 2 packs a day. And when I decided to quit, there was no help. There was no hypnosis for helping you to quit smoking. There were no patches. There were no groups. There was nothing. You either smoked or you didn't smoke. And as a matter of fact, all of the advertisements, the billboards and television, they were all trying to get you to smoke. Yeah.
I remember what was his name? Not Wrangler guy, the smoke guy, like the good-looking guy with the cowboy
Yeah.
hat. What's his name? was that Marlboro Man?
Yeah, Marlboro Man,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
and my mother, it was like the attractive thing to do, and I
Yeah.
unfortunately feel like the younger generation is seeing the vaping like that's the cool thing to do. But now even movies are bringing cigarettes back. It was a news
Yeah.
on the news the other day how more people are starting to smoke again because they're seeing it in movies, they're seeing it on TikTok, and it's becoming okay. So go ahead, walk us through what
Yeah.
else you wanted to talk about. Go ahead, go ahead.
Well, I would like to talk about a story of a client that my teacher who taught me hypnosis had. And there was this woman who tried very, very hard to quit smoking. She tried everything and she had to quit smoking. She really had the desire to quit smoking, but nothing was helping with her. Nothing. She
Hmm.
did the patches. She went to therapy. She did everything she could do to quit and still always returned. Finally,
Yeah.
at the last resort, oftentimes people come to hypnosis at the last resort, and she went to get hypnosis. And in the hypnosis, they do something that's called regression, where you go through your history,
Uh-huh.
hold back the calendar to when you were young. And she saw a scene of herself sitting on her father's knee, and he was a heavy smoker. So she's on his knee, and there's a table next to them. There's the ashtray. He has a lit cigarette on the ashtray. And so she was about 5 years old. She reached over to the cigarette. She picked it up and put it in his mouth, and he giggled because it was cute, and then took the cigarette out of her mouth and said, "You're too young to smoke." And so, with her having that awareness of that scene, that memory, from it, she received number one, it's cute to smoke when he laughed. And number two, you can smoke later, but you can't smoke when you're young. And so, when she came out of the hypnosis, she felt so much relief of guilt that she had been subconsciously programmed, and inadvertently, it wasn't his intention to do that, to quit, to have the permission to smoke, that she realized that it was a deeply rooted positive feedback that she got a long, long time ago. And that seemed to help separate her out from the habit, realizing that she had a choice and that she was programmed, gave her the will and the courage and the information from a subconscious place that allowed her to quit smoking. And she did. She succeeded this time with that information.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I just love hearing these stories and how you're helping so many people. And I love we're talking about you today because I'm hypnosis can help me in other ways too. But we'll get to that another time. Let's not talk about me. Continue. Go ahead. Go ahead. What else? Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. So I think it's really something I want to send out there, that it's an opportunity for people to get the help and the support that they need, because when you decide to quit smoking, you really feel like you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, with your thoughts and with the habits, like maybe you always smoked after dinner, or maybe you always smoke when you have a glass of wine, or, maybe you always smoked when you were stressed. That you do have a lot of tools today, and a very effective tool is hypnosis.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And is this our segue to the self-hypnosis series? I didn't
Yes,
know.
it is. Thank you
Pause.
very much.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
So I do have Winter's self-hypnosis series, and I have a variety of 7 different common conditions that people are trying to overcome. And one of them is cigarette control. And you can use that recording, whether it's digital or on a CD, whatever you prefer, in your everyday life. And it's very affordable. And every time you feel the need to smoke, you can always get the support from the CD. And there are different techniques in it that will help you as tools to quit smoking. Also, there are sounds that make it easier for you to quit. Like with cigarette control, a lot of bass notes are very helpful in reaching the depths of that subconscious where that programming is.
Okay. Well, and how do you keep it under control? How do you work to, what is the process of us actually listening to it? How often? How long? How many sessions? How does it work where normally or it's different for everyone?
Well, the more you go through hypnosis, and all hypnosis, even if you are being hypnotized by a hypnotist, is self-hypnosis, because no one can make you do anything. You can only allow yourself to go into the level of relaxation and imagery. even if someone's guiding you in it, whether it's in a recording or whether it's a live person, no one can control you. So it's voluntary. Every hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And the more you go through that process, the more you take yourself through the process with the recording, you will go deeper and deeper each time. It gets easier and better and deeper for you. As far as how often to do it, you can do it as often as you need it. If you feel that you are constantly having the urge, or maybe every time after you eat, you have the urge, make sure that you listen to your recording. If you're with other people and you feel that you can't really listen to the recording and go through that, there are 2 tracks on each recording. One has the dialogue that I wrote and recorded. The second track is only what I call the back music. It has the sounds in there. If you listen to only the back music when someone else is there and you feel like you need to have that support, you will get the support. It will trigger that subconscious reprogramming without the trance if you just listen to the second track.
Got it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And, and for someone who's been doing this for so long, just got to ask, has there ever been times where it doesn't work for someone? And if so, why is that?
No, I think that's a great question. First of all, everything is about your will, and it
Okay.
depends on how willing you are to change. I always say to people, it really has to do with, are you willing to do whatever it takes to change what's holding you back? You have all the control of your choices and your thought patterns and your habits, and that's the way you want it. Because if and when you get to the point where you are ready, willing, and able to do whatever it takes to have what you say you want, and you hold that, then the reward of that is something that only you can give yourself, from yourself, and no one else is involved. And I think that that's what expands people into a higher vibration of an expanded person, because no one can have influence over you to make you do something, and no one can give you the reward of changing you but yourself. And that's the design. It's perfect.
Interesting. All right. Well, Lynn Winter's here again. We're talking more about all of her self-hypnosis, her work as a certified hypnotist, and also, she's a Reiki master doing so much with energy healing and helping so many in the metaphysical world. All right. What else for today did you want to kind of dive into? Again, it's Kuka Energy Arts, and she's helping so many all over the world. Again, virtually, she's available. So it doesn't matter where you live, she can help you in so many different ways.
I was driving down the road this week and I asked myself, what is it really that I'm promoting in the Winter Self Hypnosis series? And I heard freedom. I am offering freedom to people to use a tool that will help you get yourself away from whatever it is that's holding you back, and to encourage you to have self empowerment. And that really means a lot to me, to contribute something out into this world that is so in turmoil. That's something that is so positive and expanding and on a personal level. And I really feel that we are going to turn this around one person at a time. And that's what I'm offering: freedom.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you something. Was something we haven't talked about yet, I don't think we're aware of, but I remember in your bio and your notes originally, it mentioned you do meditation, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And how does that something that you do? You can meditate with people virtually as well. And what types of things does meditation help with? And yeah, if you don't
That's
mind.
a good question. Meditation is really important. I have always been a type A personality. And so I used to think that I couldn't meditate. And if I tried, I would feel like I was in a cage. But I realized that uh, I was, if you feel that you are have a very difficult time meditating and that you can't meditate, then you really need to be meditating, because what that means is that you're stuck in beta, which is a really hyper analytical uh, brain state of vibrational frequency. And meditation takes you down into a more creative and emotional and imagery place. And you're designed to have your brain go through those different vibrational frequencies and not just stay stuck in one of them, not just stay stuck in stress. And so meditation can really help you get control of your brain and of your um, choices, because meditation creates the space for choice. And oftentimes you will hear that I have a group of meditation people that I call the wisdom circle, because meditation will take you back to your own inner wisdom. And that's what you want to do. You want to kind of get out of that rat race, that monkey mind that's going from limb to limb
Yeah.
and thought to thought. Meditation and beginning to stop and interrupt that, that energy frequency has to be interrupted, and meditation will give you that. It also creates a choice, that space for choice. Without space, there is no choice. You're just going to go on automatic pilot. And so it's really something I highly recommend. I think now that I've been meditating so much for such a long period of time, and I notice that my health is better, even, I think that it's something that we are organically designed to do as a way of life, everyone, forever. That's what I think about meditation.
Beautiful. And Lynn Winters, again, certified advanced hypnosis and as a Reiki master, joining us to talk more today about the amazing work she does, how it's helped her, and in general. I know we talked a little bit about the smoking today, but what are some of the things that people don't realize hypnosis can help with? Please. I know there's hundreds of things, but there's something kind of like, what? I didn't know that can help.
Yes. One of the things that I notice about people in general is there seems to be a popular perspective of negativity and worry, or trying to be ahead of something, or well, we watch on television and it's one illness after another, after another, after another. And I think that that programs us and that we're not even aware of it. But I think that if we meditate, it helps us to stop and get into the present and to appreciate. And when we stop, our heart gets to open more, and we get to become more familiar with an open heart. And it starts with having an open heart for ourselves first,
Yeah,
and living in a more compassionate relationship with ourselves and taking care of ourselves in a different way, giving
yeah,
ourselves that space and that time to enjoy. And in turn, we will treat other people the way we treat ourselves. And so if you give yourself that space and time to meditate because you're the priority in that moment, then
yeah.
you'll begin to change your view about others also.
Hmm. We still have 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes left in the show, actually. And I want to ask, for other people out there who may not want this one-on-one, you do group hypnosis as well. And is there anything coming up? I know you have the wisdom circles, if you want to enlighten people with the work that you do with that and how they can be involved.
I do a certified group hypnosis. It's from 10 to 12. It's in Ithaca, New York.
Okay.
And I do it monthly. And I have a specific topic for each month. Like it could be insomnia, it could be about cigarette control. Stress is popular. I often go back and forth with stress because everyone is battling and trying to figure out how to manage that. And some people don't have managing systems. And what we do is, at first, we have a check-in where people talk to me about where they're at or what challenges they may need to be addressed or get some other ideas. And then I do the hypnosis with everyone. And
Yeah.
then after that, there's a 15-minute period of time where people can just be silent and let all that assimilate, or they can ask further questions, or sometimes they share ideas, and it really gives people a feeling of support from each other, even if it's not so much communicating back and forth. Just the fact that a group of people came together for themselves and to change something about themselves seems to be very impacting for people.
Got it.
Yeah.
Also, with the work you're doing, I also love hearing, and I always ask every week about any powerful testimonies and stories. Is there anything new that you wanted to share with us about someone you've been helping?
Well, there's always a lot of different stories. I think that one of the most important stories that I have had recently is a past life regression hypnosis. And the past life regression hypnosis is done one-on-one. And someone came actually for a past life regression. This happens sometimes, not always, but came for a past life regression hypnosis and was having a difficulty relaxing and going into another life from this lifetime. And oftentimes, when that happens, it's not a bad thing. It means that there is something that that the people in the divine area, or, their angels or whatever you want to call them, that there are things that they may need to address or look at first before they go into another lifetime that may make that past life regression make more sense later. So it's not really a failure. It's really information to just stop and look at something, which is
Yeah.
really interesting.
Wow. All
Yeah,
right. Well, in the meantime, let me just ask, you are a member of the International Association of Counselors and Therapists, and
correct.
that speaks volumes. So was there like a test you had to take to get into this? What is like your knowledge and experience to be recognized, in this field?
Well, you have to have a certain level of training first,
Okay.
and your instructor has to recommend you to them and to make sure that you have all the credentials, that you've taken all the training. And then once you are a member of it, you pay annual dues, but you have to study a certain number of hours and keep that training going every year. So it's not like you can just park. You have to continue to study past life regression or Reiki or energy work of some kind in order to keep that membership.
Got it. All right, good. Well, how can we reach out to you?
You can reach me at KEUKA, it's KEUKA, energyarts.com. And you can either email me, or you can sign up for a one-on-one consultation, or try the hypnosis series. That would be great for you.
Perfect. And we can get all of that information on the website, as well as you have a stress release audio type of CD, right?
Yes, I do. And that's really helpful. There's a little snippet that you can hear what it sounds like if you'd like to test them out.
Wait, and hold on, the cigarette. I didn't know about the cigarette one.
Cigarette control,
Wait, hold on, here's
insomnia
exit.
relief.
Oh my
Yeah, there's
gosh.
a lot of them.
All right, hold on, hold on. This is the stress release. Beautiful. Just a little snippet. All right. Thank you again so much for being here today, Lynn, and we'll talk again next week. Thank you for being so amazingly thorough and always have good topics to talk about. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right. And congrats again, our professional of the year. See you later, Lynn. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.